what I'm really, really excited about. I'm excited about a lot of things, but let me tell you this. But first, let me just explain one thing. So up till now, Takamaz has had their own loader PLC, which is, this is the current style for Takamaz. They have their own loader teach pendant and so on. It's really great. It's easy for operators to use and so on. But Takamaz is now transitioning to something that's really, really exciting. So this is the Fanuc control. It's the new 0 ITF. Well, first let me tell you about the machine really quickly. So this is the new XT8MY machine. It is it's got Y-axis, standard BMT 55. I think it's 20 horsepower without checking. I think it's 20 horsepower HE6 with loader. Again, box on box way machine with loader. And so I can do it loader like this. And you can see this one has in and out feed conveyors. So I can use it with in and out feed conveyors. I can also put a stalker on here, different types of material handling. This one I got it with the in and out feed conveyor. So again, Y-axis. So this is single turret, live tool, Y-axis, boxway machine. But now for the really cool part. Takamaz is transitioning to the new 0 TIF Plus, but the loader is integrated into the Fanuc. So, and I don't know if you guys know that this particular Fanuc control, I don't know if the other ones are, this one's Windows based. So it's an open architecture. So in a little bit more detail, but let me just talk to you a little bit. You see this screen here. So this is the cutting program. This is the X, Y, and Z cutting program here. This is showing you the X, Z, C, and Y axis. You see the percentage of torque position. This is the loader. So you can see the loader information is right on the same screen. So what this allows you to do, is because it's an integrated Fanuc loader, you can program the movements of the loader either here or you can put them on a laptop and load them in. But the movements are just actual, you can actually program the movements. You don't have to think about point movement. You can actually program the movements as you would program the XYZ. So no more software changes. You have total access and control. It's very simple. We used to use different ways of, for example, opening and closing the gripper. It's all done by standard M code. You just put an M code into the program, open, close. Very, very simple, very, very user-friendly, very, very open. For example, and John will show you in a moment, if I say, okay, this one doesn't have an extended rail, but for example, if I wanted to take it over here and come down, I don't need any software change. I just program it. I just program that movement. Which one is this? Z, right? From the loader, Z and Y. So this is Z, so on the loader. So you would just program Z movement, Y movement. So everything is open. It's totally programmable. Not only that, but Takamaz says, yep. Hello.
Will this be a standard control for you in the future on all of your auto-loaded machines?
It is. This is the future. Takamaz is going to this already. The machines I'm getting in the XT6s already have this loader on it. As you can see, the XT8MY has it. As they transition machines and we come up with the new models of machines, everything is going to be going to this Fanuc. It is so fantastic. John's going to show you some other things about this, but I mean, the IT technology, the availability to program the loader, whatever you want to do is open. IO is there. I mean, it's completely, and anyway, to answer your question, yes, this is the direction where Takamaz is going into, the integrated Fanuc loader system into all their machines. As I say, a few of the machines already have it. This one does, the XT6, this is the XT8, so the XT6, XT8 already have the integrated Fanuc. And they're working on now on like XW60, XW130. Those are going to be revised coming into 2023, later on 2023 and what have you. I'll talk to you about that. But yes, this is the direction where Takamaz is going. And it is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to let John talk a little bit about and explain what we're showing here very quickly.
Hello?
Yes, me?
Okay.
Okay, so John's going to talk. Did you mute me? Go ahead, John.
Sir, good morning. Everything that you see in here, it's like a machine, another machine. Yeah. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Yes, sir. Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Whatever you see in here, it's like having another machine. It's like we can use a CAN cycle. You don't have to use the program. Example, when you're doing a tapping, example, before you do a rigid tapping, you have to go in front of the hole, and then you can just set it up as a position. This one, it does call out like a position 1, 2, 3, the same as the Sigma loader. However, you don't have to set up all the points in your loader. What it does is that because you're using a CAN cycle, you can do it faster, and it's an open-based system. This is the example that what you see in here is a Y5. It means we're going to position number 5, which is a G100. It's like a rapid movement. So everything, you can control everything with this machine. As Chris Bird has mentioned, everything about the loader, it's Fanuc based. So the loader hand, the pusher, everything that you see in here, including the in conveyor, we don't have outwork device in here. Everything you can control. Even you're familiar with the Sigma loader, the area 1, the area of the Sigma loader. That one also is through a data table. So you can change everything how you want it. Now, this particular machine, we can say, let's say you want to change and then we can always, just like you can treat it like another machine. So it's a conversation in a sense, because the moment you press a button, it's gonna ask you, is that what you want? Just like in the computer, do you want to save this file or something like that? And then when it's not, it's just gonna show you the start condition right here. If it's not starting, it's gonna show you why it's not starting. It's gonna tell you what it is. So I'm just gonna stop the machine, and some of the things that I think what is cool about the loading system. I'm talking about particularly about the loading system. So let me just when this stops. Just give me a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. Everything, the speed you can control. If you want to speed it up more, then it would be okay. Okay, now some of the features, the new features of the loader. So let's say everything, as I mentioned, you have many points. Like if you look down, you have 59 points that you can use. Either you can program them, you can set them up, or what it's showing in here, the program itself, all you need to use are the one in blue. the 0, 2, 8, and 5. Example, you don't have to, if you look in here at the points, example, position number 3, it's not even populated. There's a reason for that. Because it's going to use a CAN cycle, you can actually indicate what points, example, Z8, you can say Z8, and then there's they say there's another variable, like it's the variable that we use is E. You can indicate the position with regards to the position number 8 so that you can go to position, so it will go to position number 3. However, if some programmers, they want to populate this, the whole 3, 9, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, or 1, you can absolutely do so. All you have to do is go to the programming aspect of it, and use that as your own value. And some of the positions, let's say, I want to say point movement. There's a point movement in here. So let's say I just want to go to number 5, the simple one. Yeah, I want to go to number 5. So this is how I do it. So as you can see, number 5 is around here. Number 5 is picking up the part. But I can use the handle. Let's say I'm going to use the handle. Okay, Z-axis. So this is my my number 5, which is to pick up the part, a finished part. So what I'm going to do here, let's say, so I'm going to go to number 5, going back here again, position move, and then it says Y-axis. So Y. This is my point number, and then Z. So this is my pickup point. One thing about this, which is Chris said that it's really cool, is you have an axis adjustment. What it does usually, of course, if it's not a mechanical, usually when the vibration, when you pick up the point or you pick up the part, it should be less than like picking up a torque, like the required is, it should be less than 2%. So if you look in here, if I say okay, and then I press the unclamp, and it's telling me the alignment. Oh, okay, it's just axis adjustment is complete, and it's fine adjustment is not necessary. However, if it's more than 2%, it's gonna tell you what type of value. And you say, if I say okay, then do you want to change the value? And if you say okay, I want to change the value, just say okay. So basically, in order for the loader, it's gonna tell you, okay, there's too much torque in there, so we're changing the positions of your point number 5. So that's what good about this loader. So I'm not gonna copy, and so there the coordinate input, it's so easy, and then point copy, it's the same thing. Now the program number, you have program number 8001 to 8032. So you can program it like programming your cutting programs. And so we call it an open system. So.
You guys can hear me? Back. Okay, hey. Before we wrap up, one more thing that I want to show you about this, and John's gonna help me with this. So you can see it's open architecture, very easy to program, totally open system. It's very simple and it's very smart. But one other thing I wanted to show you, as far as programming this, you can actually just feed in some data, right, John? You can tell it to the part diameter. You can tell it the distance from here to here, and the length, right? We can put in this length in here. If you know those values, you can just input those values and it'll automatically figure out the whole loading program for you. It does it automatically. So they have really put a lot of thought into this. Not only that, John doesn't even, sometime we'll get into the IoT aspect of it. Connecting, we can connect this, we can daisy chain this to another machine and feed back these programs to another machine automatically. I mean, it's so amazing, but it's so easy and it's so smart. As John mentioned, it can do adjusting for the torque.
Even right here.
Right. For the sensor, for the pickup point.
Yeah.
So it's very, very simple, very, very open. And again, you can just simply program it. So again, no more software changes. So we could not be more excited about this. I'll tell you what, Takamaz is an up and comer. When I was in Japan, the things that they're doing in IoT technology and data collection and just all the different things that they're doing right now is really exciting. The owner of the company, he's what, 38 years old, Mr. Takamatsu, is 38 years old. I mean, he's got a degree in engineering. They are all over the technology. They're always coming up with new technology, improved technology, and they're really putting a lot of time and effort and money into it. We could not be more excited about the future for Takamaz. So with that, I will let everyone go. I appreciate all your time. Real quick, any other questions? Anybody's got any questions? Or you can email me or talk to me. I know I said this was interactive. We didn't do too much of that, but again, you can call me anytime. I can answer anything. Or if there's something on here again that you see that you say, hey, I've got a customer that I could sell that machine to or whatever. Again, remember, I can set this up anytime. Just give me a call. I can walk out here and do a Zoom and show you the customer what he wants to see very quickly while you're sitting in his office. So keep that in mind. And again, we're all about selling machines. So any projects that you get, and you know we've got specials going on right now to the end of December, no reasonable prices refused. So again, thank you all very, very much for joining and sticking with us through this. Appreciate all your time, and look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys. Okay.